Have you ever felt like something invisible was pulling your attention, your energy, even your life in a direction you didn't want it to go? Maybe you've been there, scrolling endlessly, chasing images, giving in to fantasies that leave you feeling empty afterward. You try to stop, maybe even make promises to yourself, but a few days later, you're back at square one. It feels like you're fighting a war inside your own mind, and no one else can see it. You're not alone. Lust is one of the most powerful forces that can control a person without chains. But here's the truth. If you learn how to control it, you don't just become free, you become powerful. You take back your time, your clarity. Lust is not just desire. Lust is an uncontrollable craving for pleasure, often sexual, that hijacks your thoughts and rewires your brain to seek short-term satisfaction instead of long-term purpose. It's the reason so many people are addicted to pornography, chasing one-night stands, or glued to their screens in secret. It's the invisible enemy that looks innocent on the outside but slowly eats away at your self-control, confidence, discipline, and energy. It promises you a few seconds of release, but steals hours, days, even years of your life. Lust has become normal in society. It's in music, movies, ads, and social media. It's taught as freedom, but it becomes slavery when it rules you. Many people try to quit lust-based habits like watching pornography or chasing meaningless hookups, but fail again and again. Why? Because they don't understand the root. Lust is not just a habit. It's a mindset, an energy pattern, and sometimes a spiritual issue. When lust becomes normal in your life, your brain rewires itself to expect it. You begin to see others as objects, not people. You lose the ability to connect deeply. You begin to feel drained, anxious, and restless without knowing why. Your dopamine system becomes hijacked. Your motivation drops. You stop chasing your goals because your body feels like it already achieved something, but it was just an illusion. Now here's the good news. You can break free. And not only that, you can transform that lustful energy into something far more powerful. Discipline, focus, creativity, strength, clarity, and even divine connection. The key is not to suppress lust by sheer willpower. That rarely works for long. Instead, you have to transmute it, change its direction. Think of lust like a fire. If left uncontrolled, it burns everything around you. But if you put it in a fireplace, it heats your home. It can be your destruction or your fuel. And everything changes when you learn how to use it for good. The first step is awareness. You must start becoming conscious of when lust appears. Don't judge yourself. Just notice it. When you feel the urge rising, pause. Take a breath. Don't immediately react. Realize this urge is just a wave. It will pass. The more you observe without acting, the stronger your awareness becomes. This is how the process of breaking the cycle begins. Awareness gives you space between impulse and action, and in that space you take back control. Next, you must clean your environment. Lust feeds on what you see, what you listen to, and what you consume. If your phone is filled with sexual content, you're giving lust a direct line into your brain. If your music, movies, or social media constantly trigger lustful thoughts, you're feeding the beast. Start cleaning it up. Replace it with things that inspire you, challenge you, and calm your soul. Don't just run away from lust. Run towards something better. This shift will begin changing your daily energy and mental focus. If you want to learn how to control your emotional and sexual urges more easily, so you can achieve the streaks you want, and quit all your bad addictions instead of relapsing, I suggest you read The Art of Not Forcing. It teaches you about the ancient practices of Wu Wei, which means effortless action. This doesn't mean being lazy. It's about learning to overcome difficult challenges with a clearer and calmer mind, instead of feeling irritated all the time. Semen retention won't be easy, of course. It will feel like war, and that's good. The effort you put in and the struggles you face are what make you tougher. The art of not forcing simply will help you navigate through your journey with a more strategic and stoic way, helping you feel calmer and achieve your goals more effortlessly. The link is in the description below if you want to check it out. To control lust, you also need physical discipline. Your body and mind are connected. If you stay idle all day, that energy has nowhere to go and builds up in lustful urges. That's why so many people relapse when they're bored. Start working out. Go for long walks. Do strength training, sprinting, or even cold showers. These activities move your energy into a different system. Instead of leaking your power, you build it. You'll notice your urges begin to change shape. Instead of begging you to release, they begin fueling your focus, your creativity, your masculinity. Another powerful step is fasting, not just from food, but from pleasure in general. Practice delayed gratification. Instead of grabbing your phone every time you feel lonely or bored, sit with that feeling. Learn from it. These are the moments where transformation happens. Fasting teaches your body that you're the one in charge, not your impulses. And once your body obeys you instead of the other way around, you become unshakable. Lust can no longer dominate you when you are in control of your hunger, your attention, and your choices. Your thoughts matter too. Lust doesn't begin with action, it starts in the mind. What are you thinking about when you're alone? What stories are you telling yourself? Many people feel ashamed or hopeless when dealing with lust, but you must replace those thoughts with new ones. Begin speaking life into your mind. Say things like, I am disciplined. I control my urges. My energy is sacred. I choose purpose over pleasure. Your brain listens. Words are programming. If you keep saying negative things like, I'm weak, or I always fail, you will live in that reality. Shift your language, and your identity will follow. Spiritual practice is one of the most powerful tools for mastering lust. Whether you believe in God, the universe, or your higher self, connecting to something greater gives your life meaning. Lust thrives in a life without purpose. But once you start living for something bigger, whether it's your family, your dreams, your mission, or your creator, you start to see lust for what it is, a cheap distraction. Start praying or meditating every day. Read scripture or spiritual wisdom. Fill your soul with truth. When the soul is full, lust loses its grip. One of the deepest roots of lust is loneliness. Many people chase pleasure because they feel disconnected, emotionally, mentally, even spiritually. And here's a secret. The opposite of lust is not purity. The opposite of lust is love. Not just romantic love, but love for yourself, for others, and for life. When you start giving and receiving real love, lust fades into the background. Start serving others. Call a friend. Help someone in need. Build real relationships. Connect deeply. This doesn't mean you'll never feel desire again. It means desire will stop controlling you. Finally, be patient with yourself. Controlling lust is not a switch, it's a journey. You will fall, you will fail, but every time you rise again, you become stronger. Track your progress. Celebrate small wins. Go 1 day, then 3 days, then a week, then a month. You're rewiring your brain, rebuilding your willpower, and redefining your identity. Don't compare yourself to others. Just focus on becoming better than you were yesterday. That's all that matters. In the end, the goal is not just to stop lust. It's to become the type of person who is too powerful, too focused, too full of life and purpose to be controlled by it. You reclaim your time. You raise your standards. You protect your energy. You begin to see yourself and others with dignity, not desire. And something amazing happens. You become magnetic. People sense your confidence, your peace, your strength. You don't chase anymore, you attract. Why? Because when you control lust, you control yourself. And the man or woman who controls themselves can control their world. So if you're struggling with lust, know this: you're not broken. You're just untamed. And inside of you is a version of yourself that is bold, focused, loving, and clear. It takes work to get there, but it's worth it. Don't settle for a life of cheap pleasure. Choose a life of powerful purpose. Master your desires, own your energy, and take back the throne within. Your future self is waiting. If you made it until here, leave a crown emoji in the comments. I want to see how many of you reach the end and are truly willing to finish what you start. And remember, live with honor or die a coward. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and stay strong.